sin. Don't get angry at the preacher because he makes a mistake. He's subject to sin. Go to him in a love like these fellas did for this preacher and say, we love you. Let's go take this problem that you have. Let's take it to the Lord and turn it over to Him and see what God can do for it. And, you can find fault in people easy. You can find fault in me if you'll watch me long enough. I guarantee you'll find something you don't like about me. Somewhere, somehow, and Paul was talking about this, all the problems people had there. They had problems in those days. They believed in circumcision. That was one of the things they believed in. They believed in keeping the law, that you had to be circumcised and all of that. And Paul, he explained that there, that God forbid that I should glory save in the cross of Lord Jesus Christ. People want glory for their religion. They practice one certain religion, and they want glory and honor for that religion that they practice. And somebody else that don't practice the same religion that they practice, they condemn them. But the only religion, the only way that we need to practice is accept God's way, accept the Lord's way. See, He's the one that we need to honor. He's the one that we need to glorify. He's the one that we need to lift up. It's not our religious beliefs. It's not what we believe that the Bible said or teaches. It's what thus saith the Lord Jesus Christ, what He teaches. And we need to believe in what thus saith the Lord Jesus Christ. We need to believe in Him because He is the way. He is the truth. He is the life. No man can come to the Father but by Him. If we want to glory in anything, glory in the Lord Jesus Christ because He's the one that reached down and saved our souls. Then there's another mark of a true disciple is a mark of bearing burdens. Look at chapter 6 there in verse 2. He says, bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law. So fulfill the law. Bear ye one another's burdens. And so, and then over there, let me point something out to you, what a lot of the atheists want to jump on, the unbelievers. In verse 5 says, for every man shall bear his own burdens. Some people said, well, he said in there one place, bear ye one another's burdens and so fulfill the law. And then on verse 5 he says, bear ye your own burdens. So now, let me explain that to you. There's burdens, there's things that happen to us that's beyond our control. You take the people, I believe the people there in when the Karina, the storm hit there in Katrina. You remember the Katrina storm when it hit? People was devastated. It wiped out people's homes. It took lives. They had nothing. They had to have help. They had to have somebody to help them bear their burdens, to help them get back on their feet. And, Jesus is a burden bearer. Yeah. We can cast all our cares on Him, but the Bible said He cares for us. Right. But there are some burdens that we can't bear. It's just like a lady that's fixing to have a baby. She's got to bear that own burden. She's got to carry that child. She's got to bring forth that child in the world. Nobody else can help her, Brother Josh. She's got to bear her own burdens. There's some things that we have to bear ourselves. Like when we get married, we have a responsibility to our wife to support her and to support her family. And we got a responsibility. That's bearing your own burden. We got a responsibility to teach our children and bring them up in the admonition of the Lord and the instructions of the Lord, and to teach them the right things that they need to do. We have a responsibility. That's bearing your own burden. But there's burdens sometimes. There's things that come upon us that's overwhelming and that we cannot bear them alone. And we need encouragement. We need each other's strength. We need each other's love. And He said for us to do it in the spirit of meekness. he said for us to, there in verse 1 there, ye which are spiritual, restore such one in the spirit of meekness, in love. So we need to do it in love. The Bible teaches us, and there in Galatians 5:22, the fruits of the Spirit is love. If you've been born again by the Spirit of God, you got love. You got love, and that love that Christ put in you is passed. You need to pass that love on to others. He tells us to love in deed, don't he? Not to love in deed and in truth. So we need to pass that love on to others. So tonight we need to do that. Then the third thing is, another thing that is a mark of a true Christian is a mark of sowing to the Spirit. Sowing to the Spirit. And